Hi, thank you for clicking on my video. My name is Beth Ann of Beth Ann Stamps, and this is the second video in July, so we are still in that Christmas in July cards and tags series. So this week I'm using a new stamp set out of the mini holiday catalog, and it is the Brightest Glow, and then it has Labels Aglow dies. This is part of a bigger suite called Lights Aglow that you can find in the mini catalog. I decided to just purchase the papers, the gems, the ribbon, and this one stamp set. Or you can go for the whole suite. I just really love the sentiments in this set and the dies that go with it. So we're going to do one card today. And I also have used this set for some cards that I will be teaching in a Facebook Live event this coming Saturday, July 16th. There is still time to sign up for that. I'll include a link in the description below. It's going to be a great Christmas extravaganza. There's 3 demonstrators. I am one of those that will be doing some classes, and we have, I had to stop and think there for a minute. We have 6 different sessions. There's going to be fun fold cards, one sheet wonders, easy card making techniques, using up scraps, non-traditional Christmas colors, masculine style cards, and then even a mystery card. And there will be a lot of prizes given, and just a good time all day Saturday, July 16th. So really, if you are interested in that, please check out the link below and sign up and join us. So let's get into this one. Let me bring in the card we are going to make. I am using, let me go back to here. I am using these Lights Aglow papers. They are a 6x6 paper, and they're really so pretty. The colors are just awesome. So here is the card we're going to make today. This is cherry cobbler paper with cherry cobbler background, and instead of using the glimmer paper, I really wanted that more soft and subtle look, so I used the very vanilla. So let's go ahead and get into that. Let me move some things. I'll bring my kit in over here. So I like to do top folding cards when I can. If you've watched some of my videos, you'll notice that. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at that 5 1/2 for that top folding. Then my next piece, I think they should both be the same. Nope, one's a little smaller. So this is my first layer, and I believe I've cut these down. Again, all the dimensions will be in the link in the coordinating blog, but I believe this is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8 is when I cut these smaller. And then this is the paper I'm using. You can see these papers really do have a beautiful, I hope it shows up, gold sparkle to them. Hopefully you're seeing that. But we're going to use this one on the back. I love the back side of this with the bubbles and the different colors, sort of that marbled look. And this would be a little bit smaller. That would be the 3 3/4 by 5. These dies are just amazing. So let me open these up. Pull this out of here. I'm going to use this circle one because that's what creates all of these little dots to have that glow from behind. So I'm going to put this in the middle of my paper, just eyeballing that to get into the middle. And then I am going to tape this down to hold that, and I'm going to bring in, so we have that one. And then also I want this circle die for my sentiment, and it fits perfectly inside here. So I'm also going to put, well, look, I'm not even reading my own notes. Top plate, do not cut. So let me move these to here. And I'm going to run these through the stamp and cut and emboss machine. Got the big one out today. All right, just put that back to the side here. And look how nice that cuts. Of course, you always sometimes end up with those little dots that don't want to come out. That's okay, that's what we have our Picket tool for. Okay, I need the one. So I'll move this, and then we're going to peel this one. I'll have to clean this out later. They stay. I have the little roller brush somewhere around here. And then I do try to look at this and see if there's any little dots hanging in there that didn't want to let go. I think there's a few here. Just poke those out. Hopefully that is all of them. Nope, a couple more there. I don't really notice them until I put it onto the background. I think that would be it. Okay. Oh, and then this does make a mess with these dots. I will have to tell you, several years back, my mother, before she had passed away, she bought a bunch of these little mini vacuums. I have one that's in a mushroom. I have one that's in this ladybug. And this is great. I keep it in my craft room, and then I can just run it over here to pick up all those dots. So if you see these around when you're shopping or on Amazon, these are perfect in the craft room for that, because those are a lot of dots to clean up. Okay, so that's going to be our center. I'm just going to take another quick look here to see if there's any dots that are not punched out, and there are none of those. So I am going to glue this down. It's a nice, quick and easy card. We'll just center that on there. There we go. Get something on there. And then I'm going to put this on the front of the card. I love when a card like this that you can make that just looks so beautiful, and like you might have spent a lot of time on it, but it's really very simple. All right, so here is my center. I'm going to use All Is Merry and Bright with some cherry cobbler ink. So we'll get this stamped up. I know I have a piece of scratch paper. There we go. Try to get that centered on there. Let that ink absorb. There we go. Now I did put this down. Oh, I am so sorry. I just bumped the camera. With dimensionals. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let's see, I think I have one over top of there. I don't know, without my nails still haven't grown back. We'll see if we can get all these off of here. There we go. So we're going to put that in the center of this card. Okay, now I have the standard piece for inside. And with this one, I am going to stamp on the inside of the card, wishing you a season of hope and light. Again, using that cherry cobbler. Very nice. Try to get this centered as much as I can. Let that ink absorb for a minute. Now what I want to do though is I want to use this swirl, because if I have these dots on the outside showing from the cherry cobbler to the very vanilla, I want to do the opposite for this one. So again, I'm going to put this on my paper underneath my sentiment. Put some tape down here. I'm going to run this through the die cutter. I'm not going to pull that into view. Okay, and voila. Got my paper a little there. And look how pretty that is. So we're going to put this on the inside and carry that theme with the cutouts forward. I just love that. And then I do have some gems. This is from that same suite. They are the festive gems. They're red and green backed pearls. So I'm actually gonna stay with the red theme here. And you do see them. Again, you just sort of get that subtle presentation. And there we go. Those are our cards for this week. Now let's move on to our tag. I again stuck with the same color theme. So I have a very vanilla and a cherry cobbler tag. Now I did cut those using the tailor-made tags. Pull those up. These are the tailor-made tag dies. I just love them. Last week when I did my tag, I did it just cutting the tag and then angling the corners. This week I used the fancier top, and then I like that it has the little circle that you can put over. So let's go ahead and do this one. So I have the tags pre-cut. Okay. So this is my cherry cobbler, and this is my berry vanilla. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp my Merry Christmas. Paper. Yep, we're good there. We'll stamp Merry Christmas right in the center. Okay. Now what I want to do is, again, I'm going to pull in these dies. You get these 6 little snowflake type stars, and I'm going to put one in each corner. And whoop, it stuck to me, but where did it go? Ah, there it is. Hard to see. Tear my tape. There and there. I'm going to run this through the machine. So how many of you start making your Christmas cards this early in the year? Leave me a comment below and let me know. And do you make your own gift tags? I like to do that, and I also save the Christmas cards I receive, and then I repurpose those. I will either make Christmas cards out of them. I believe I did that in one of my one of my videos previously, and I like to use them for gift tags. You know, I don't want to just throw them out. Somebody took the time to make them or pick them out and address them and send them, so I do like to recycle them and use them for another purpose. Okay, so there we have that. What I seem to be missing in all my mess is the little dot. Let me see if I can, I'll get back to that one later. So I seem to have misplaced my little circle here, but I can add that later. Now, I wanted the back, again, to follow through with color, so I'm going to take this bigger snowflake and put it here on the bottom. I need a new piece of tape. I think I've worn that last one out. So I'm going to cut this out of the bottom of my tag. These would be so easy to mass produce. Okay, there we go. And then I did cut another circle. So I'm going to glue this in the middle. And again, I don't have the to and from stamp, but you can just write those on. I matched with the cherry cobbler Stampin' Right marker. There's my to and from. I'm going to glue this straight down. There we go. funny how you misplace something. All right, so then I'm going to cut a piece again from that same suite available. I am going to cut a piece of the gold and vanilla ribbon. Look at that. Ink all over me. Am I the only one that does that? I get ink everywhere. All right, let's see if we can push that through here. There we go. So I am going to fold that up. And then I need to find my gold twine. This is available out of the annual catalog. It's the Simply Elegant trim. So, piece of gold string. And I'm going to tie this on. So I'll just take a piece of tape, hold that in place. Nothing worse than trying to tie when you're doing a video. I'm just double knotting this. And then you can trim these to look however you like. You can leave them long, you can trim them short. All a personal preference. Oh, my knot's coming out there. Come on, stay in. There you go. And then to finish this, I'm going to bring back in those same pearls, and I'm going to use some gold ones this time. Oh, it flipped over on me. Let's see if we can, there we go. There we go. So I hope you enjoy this series as I go through. Let me just show the front and back there. Again, this is the Brightest Glow. It's all sentiments for the season. And the paper and the dies. And these are our cards. We'll open one up. So I really hope you enjoyed these. And do please leave me a comment below on if you make your own gift tags, how early you start making your own cards. And as always, I truly appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch my videos. And I hope you have an amazing rest of the week. Thank you. Bye-bye.